Hello everyone, it's Troop Gaming again. So I kinda got to thinking, what if the Magi Cruiser was in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Then I started thinking, what if all the best vehicles in Mario Kart Wii were in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? So today, we're making all the best vehicles for Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So without further ado, let's get started. So I've decided to start with the karts and then do the bikes. Anyhow, the first kart that we're doing is the Wild Wing. In order to make it in Mario Kart 8, you can use Metal Mario or Pink Gold Peach on the steel driver with the button wheels or the leaf tires, and the plain glider or the gold glider or the Wario Wing or the paraglider. I couldn't copy the exact stats from Mario Kart Wii, but I think this is pretty close. How does my Wild Wing compare to the Wild Wing in Mario Kart Wii? As far as looks, they obviously look nothing the same. But as far as their stats and how they drift and turn and stuff, they feel pretty similar actually. How does it do in a race? Well, because it has so much speed and weight, it actually makes this a pretty good car combo. And I would highly recommend that you use it. Next, we have my interpretation of the Mini Beast. In order to make this car combo, you should use any lightweight with the Mach 8 or the Sports Coop with the button wheels or the leaf tires. For gliders, you should use the gold glider, the plain glider, the paraglider, or the Wario Wing. As far as the stats go, I think all of them are pretty close except for speed. Even though the speed stat is kinda low in Mario Kart 8, it still feels similar to the Mario Kart Wii version. Is it any good in Mario Kart 8? Well, if you're looking for that high speed that was like in Mario Kart Wii, then no, it's not good. But if you like the mini turbo, and this thing's mini turbo is high, then it's good. Next, I'll be doing the Flame Flyer. In order to make this, you'll need to use any heavyweight with the Sports Coupe or the Mach 8, and the roller or Azure roller wheels with the Paper Glider, Cloud Glider, Flower Glider, or Parachute Glider. When I was making the Flame Flyer, I tried to get the speed and weight as high as possible without making it have too little mini turbo. I think I got pretty close. Compared to the Flame Flyer in Mario Kart Wii, my Flame Flyer actually feels faster than the one in Mario Kart Wii. In Mario Kart 8, this is actually a pretty good car combo. It gets its mini turbos decently fast for a heavyweight, and also it has a lot of speed and weight, so that makes it a pretty good car combo. Next, I'll be making my interpretation of the Honey Coupe. In order to make the Honey Coupe in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you'll need any heavyweight with the silver arrow on the sponge wheels or the cushion wheels with the Flower Glider, the Cloud Glider, the Parachute, or the Paper Glider. Other than acceleration, I think all the stats are pretty close to the real Honey Coupe stats. My Honey Coupe feels the exact same as the Honey Coupe in Mario Kart Wii. Other than that, my Honey Coupe feels slightly slower than the one in Mario Kart Wii. Even though it feels slower than its Mario Kart Wii version, my Honey Coupe in Mario Kart 8 actually does pretty good. It has a lot of weight, so it's hard to bump off the track, and it has a lot of speed, so it keeps the lead pretty easy. Oh, just a little disclaimer. There are only 5 inside drift bikes in Mario Kart 8. Those are the Mach bike, the Jet bike, the Yoshi bike, the Comet, and the Master Cycle. So you might be seeing a lot of the same few bikes. The next 8 car combos in this video will be bikes, and to kick things off with the bikes, we'll be doing the Dolphin Dasher. In order to make it in Mario Kart 8, you'll need most medium weights with the sports bike or the jet bike with the standard tires, the blue standard tires, or the GLA tires. I think the stats are really close to the actual Dolphin Dasher stats, and basically this thing is the standard kart but on an inside drift bike. Compared to its Mario Kart Wii version, this thing feels almost identical to the Dolphin Dasher from Mario Kart Wii. Like I said earlier, this thing is basically just the standard kart but on an inside drift bike. So it's perfect for beginners who are needing to learn how to use the inside drift bikes. Next, I'll be making the mock bike. In order to make it in Mario Kart 8, you'll need Metal Mario or Pink Gold Peach on the sports bike or the jet bike with the metal tires or the gold tires, and the gold glider, the plane glider, the paraglider, or the Wario wing. Other than Mini Turbo, the stats are pretty close to the Mario Kart Wii version. My mock bike feels the exact same as the mock bike in Mario Kart Wii. The only difference is the one in Mario Kart Wii drifts a little bit tighter on the turns. In a race, this thing does pretty good. Even though you can't wheelie with it, it still has a lot of speed, weight, and a decent amount of Mini Turbo, so I'd say it's pretty good. Next, I'll be making the Sneakster. In order to make the Sneakster in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you'll need any medium weight character except for Metal Mario and Pink Gold Peach on the Master Cycle with the metal or gold tires with any glider. I tried to get the speed stat and the weight stat to be as close as possible to the Mario Kart Wii version of the Sneakster. I think I got pretty close, and this might even be perfect. My Sneakster feels almost the same as the Mario Kart Wii Sneakster, as long as you use a heavier medium weight like Bowser Jr. or Daisy. In a race, this thing does pretty good. It has a lot of speed and weight, so that makes it good, but please try to use Mario, Luigi, Iggy, or Ludwig on it, because if you use anyone else, the speed and weight stat drop so much that it makes it almost feel like a totally different car combo. Next, I'll be making my interpretation of the bullet bike. In order to make it in Mario Kart 8, you'll need any lightweight with the sport bike or the jet bike, and the off-road, the retro off-road, or the Triforce tires with the standard glider, the squirrel glider, or the Hyrule glider. I think these stats are pretty close to the real bullet bike stats. The main stat I had a problem with making higher was the Mini Turbo stat. Compared to the real bullet bike, my bullet bike feels almost exactly the same as the bullet bike from Mario Kart Wii. The only difference is that my bullet bike might drift a little bit more inside than the one in Mario Kart Wii. In a race, this thing does decent. It has a decent amount of speed, it has a decent amount of weight, and it has a decent amount of Mini Turbo. Overall, it's decent. Next, I'll be making the the Quacker in Mario Kart 8. In order to make it in Mario Kart 8, you'll need to use any lightweight with the Yoshi bike or the Comet, with the roller or Azure roller wheels, and the paper glider, the cloud glider, the flower glider, or the parachute. This car combo is probably the most accurate to the original of all the car combos in this entire video. Compared to the real Ducky, this thing feels almost the exact same. The only difference is this one can do wheelies, and the one in Mario Kart 8 has purple Mini Turbos. The Ducky in Mario Kart 8 gets Mini Turbos so fast that it feels like it could be one of the fastest car combos in the game, but it isn't. And also too, if you get bumped by another player, then you'll go flying because this thing has no weight whatsoever. And now for the bike that inspired me to make this entire video, the Magi Cruiser. In order to make it in Mario Kart 8, you'll need most lightweight with the Yoshi bike or the Comet, and the Hot Monster, the Normal Monster, or the Breath of the Wild tires. And for gliders, you'll need the Gold Glider, the Wario Glider, the Paraglider, or the Plane Glider. As you can see from the stats, this thing has just about a medium amount of everything, except for Mini Turbo, which you can't see in the in-game stats. Compared to the real deal of the Magi Cruiser, my Magi Cruiser in Mario Kart 8 feels the exact same, except for that the one in Mario Kart 8 drifts a little bit more inside on the turns. As far as its stats, this thing has high Mini Turbo and decent weight and decent acceleration and decent speed, which makes this thing good. For the next one, I'm going to be making the Shooting Star. Alright, hear me out on this one, guys. In order to make the Shooting Star in Mario Kart 8, you'll need any heavyweight with the Master Cycle 0 and the Standard, Blue Standard, or GLA tires, and the Gold Glider, the Plane Glider, Paraglider, or the Wario Glider. With Rosalina, Link, or King Boo on this thing, the stats will look something like this. But if you have any other heavyweight on it, the speed and weight stat on it will be much higher. Compared to the Shooting Star in Mario Kart Wii, my Shooting Star feels the exact same. With most characters other than Rosalina, King Boo, or Link, this thing has a lot of speed and weight, which makes this thing good. But even with Rosalina and King Boo or Link on it, this car is still good. And now, for the one that you've all been waiting for, the Flame Runner. In order to make this thing in Mario Kart 8, you'll need any heavyweight except for Rosalina, King Boo, or Link on the sports bike or the jet bike with the metal tires or the gold tires, and the Gold Glider, the Plane Glider, the Paraglider, or the Wario Glider. I think the stats are pretty close to the real Flame Runner stats. Except for the Mini Turbo stat, these are all the right stats. Compared to the real Flame Runner in Mario Kart Wii, they feel the exact same. The only difference is that the Mini Turbos in Mario Kart 8 come a little bit slower than the ones in Mario Kart Wii. Not surprisingly, in a race, this thing does really well. It has a lot of weight, so it can't be pushed off the edge, and it has a lot of speed, so it keeps a lead really easily. As long as you're a good driver, you shouldn't have any problems with this. Well, that's it for this video. Have you tried out any of these combos yet in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? When you do, please tell me in the comments how much you liked them, or hated them. Well, this is Troop Gaming, signing off.